In this video, we will be discussing Yonko versus Admirals. Who is more powerful and more influential in the world of One Piece? I will be going over facts, battles, outcomes, skirmishes, and pretty much anything you can think of as evidence that would indicate toward who is more powerful, the Yonko or the Admirals. I'll also later on today be releasing a short video where I give my rankings of the 4 emperors, or 4 Yonko. I hope you enjoy the discussion video. First, I feel we need to talk about the fact that a 72, sick, dying old man was able to fight off Akainu, an admiral, and win the fight. Yes, I would say Whitebeard won the fight. He died in the war, but that one-on-one battle, I feel he won. Akainu couldn't continue to fight him, so he won. But he was sick, 72 years old, was dying, and he had already been heavily injured by being stabbed multiple times, shot with cannons, bullets. So, Whitebeard is obviously stronger than Akainu in a one-on-one fight. He would obviously win that, especially in his prime. So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm saying, in my personal opinion, Whitebeard is strong enough to take on one admiral at a time. I do believe if all 3 admirals were to take on were to take on Whitebeard in a one-on-one fight, Whitebeard would lose instantly. In old age. Old Whitebeard, not prime Whitebeard. I'm not going to I'm assuming prime Whitebeard was way stronger than 72 dying Whitebeard. But I do like to say I think Whitebeard is strong enough to take on one admiral at a time and win. So, that aside, I want to say I think Yonko are a little bit stronger than admirals, but let's just go over a couple other states of the Yonko to help back up my point. Now, I personally think the power of a Yonko and how much stronger they are than admirals varies on depending who the Yonko is. Such as, I'll be playing a clip of when Shanks stopped the war when I'm done with this part of the video, but I would like to first say that I do not think Big Mom or Blackbeard could do what Shanks did during the War of the Best. Shanks walked into the war and told them to stop fighting, and out of fear for him, they did. I will now be playing a clip of this scene. I hope you enjoy. We will continue to discuss the scene with Shanks stopping the war after it is over. Based on what you just saw, we can assume the Navy doesn't have a power as great as the Yonko, because Shanks single-handedly stopped the war. The only reason they went to war with Whitebeard was because they thought that executing Ace would put an end to the pirate era. They thought killing the son of the Pirate King would weaken the will of the pirates, maybe put an end to their era. However, they did not expect Whitebeard to shout out before he died, "The One Piece is real, go search for it." Well, he didn't say go search for it, he just said the One Piece is real. But you know what I mean. It was even shown after the war, there were people that were like, I'm gonna be a pirate and find One Piece, I'm gonna be Pirate King. They did not expect Whitebeard to die, like, reigniting the flames of the pirate era. They thought they would put the flame out. They failed. They kind of knew that. I believe that was the reason why they were like, you know what, it's not worth it. Like, they pretty much admitted during that war that the Admiral can't beat Shanks. But Yonko were weaker than the Admirals. The Admirals would just all double up on Shanks and kill him. And just kill Shanks. Because let's be honest, If Shanks really wanted to, he could have kept on fighting, but he didn't. He chose to end the war because he didn't want more people to die. So I believe Shanks is a 13, while Akainu would be a 10. Kizaru would be, and Kizaru and Aokiji would be a 9, I would say. I believe they're one below him. If Aokiji versus Kizaru is a whole nother video. But let's move on. Also, just try to remember that Shanks is able to go toe-to-toe with even Whitebeard, which is quite impressive in my personal opinion. During the war, Blackbeard, a man who later on became one of the Yonko after Whitebeard's death, refused to fight Shanks, even after he was able to semi-hold his own against Sengoku the Buddha, Sengoku the Golden Buddha, and Garp the Fifth. The two top dogs, I guess you could say, of Roger's era. Even though they're old, they're still as strong as the Admirals. But, the only reason I brought this up was to point out, the only reason he'd be able to hold his own against two people that are as strong enough to take on the three Admirals, it's because of Whitebeard's Devil Fruit after he stole it after his death. Okay, without that Devil Fruit, Garp and Sengoku would have destroyed him, demolished him, and dominated him in so many ways. Let's talk about the other emperors, or Yonko, for a minute. The real question here is, could Kaido do what Shanks did and end the war? I'm not saying Kaido would do it. I'm saying, could Kaido do it? The answer to that is yes. I do believe Kaido had the power to walk into the war the best and end the war if he told them to stop. I do believe they would stop. If he was in the same circumstances and person that Shanks did. Because I do believe at least 1 or 2% of the whole Sengoku obeying Shanks' orders thing had to do with the fact that Sengoku likes Shanks. I'm not saying he's all buddy with him, but I'm saying he must respect Shanks as a man. Not obviously as a pirate, but as a man, I think he can respect Shanks' morals, his viewpoints, like the fact that he would never start a fight unless his friends are in danger. That is something you can respect about a man, even if they're a pirate. I believe that was part of it, but under the exact same circumstances, do I believe Kaido had the power backing him up in his own hand to do what Shanks did? Yes, I do. But now let's move on to Big Mom. As of chapter 796, from what I have seen of Big Mom, which is nothing but her being incredibly fat, an easy target, lazy, and the fact that she eats people and is one of the 4 in Yonko, I unfortunately will have to say I do not think Banazy would back down from Big Mom. And she's so fat. She just doesn't look imposing from what we've seen of her. I mean, you feel like she's imposing because of her title as one of the 4 in Yonko, but really think about it for a minute. Sanji and the others were able to get away from her. If she was strong like Shanks and Kaido, they wouldn't escape. But they did. I do believe Big Mom is incredibly powerful. But I do not think she is powerful enough to put an end to the war single-handedly, like Shanks did. You see what I did there? Single-handedly? Ha! No one? Oh, whatever. Before I move on to the rest of the video, I just want to make sure you are all aware that I do know Big Mom is most likely not on that ship, but this does kind of have to do with what I was going to mention next. Okay, so stay with me. this has a lot to do with the fact that I think the third mate and the visiting commanders and the people and the crewmates under the command of the Yonko do represent their captain's power. So if Tobacco and Peckham can't demolish the Straw Hat Pirates single-handedly, then I don't think Big Mom. Then I would assume Big Mom is one of the weaker Yonkos. I will be doing a power scaling Yonko video later today. Okay, so during the War of the Best, Whitebeard's division commanders were very impressive. Marco, I'll actually be doing a video eventually on Marco's power and what he is, but it's undeniable that he is able to fight an admiral and survive. Something that Luffy could not do pre-time skip. Luffy would never have been able to even touch Kizaru. It would have gone right through him. They have hockey. The point is that I think the division commander represents the strength of their captain. I like just like how what I'm about to show you in this clip I'm about to show you will fully support what I'm saying. As you saw in that scene, Ben Beckman, no matter what you say, did make Kizaru hold up his hand and be like, "You got me, man." He wasn't able to stop Kizaru from later going after Luffy, that is true. But you have to remember, Ben Beckman left his post next to Kizaru to go meet up with Shanks and tell Shanks, and fight alongside of Shanks. He left that spot to go fight with the rest of the crew. So it doesn't really matter. The point is, so Kizaru could have just left. There was nobody stopping him anymore. So that's an invalid argument in my personal opinion. I do not believe Kizaru escaped, because I believe that Ben Beckman could have just fired armament and hockey-infused bullets and killed Kizaru. That is very possible. So this just goes further to support that the division commanders of the Yonko reflect under captain power. If the division commander isn't impressive, or if the crew isn't impressive, then how impressive can the captain be? I think that is very good logic and common sense. Now, I just want to state that I am by no means saying the Admirals are weak by any means. I believe, discounting the Revolutionary Army, we do not know anything about Dragon's abilities, and I am not going to make a theory based on assumptions. That is what a dragon theory is for. Assumptions are all for dragon theories. But though discounting the Revolutionary Army, I think the Admirals are the second strongest force in the One Piece world next to the Yonko. Alright? Because if the Yonko were weaker than the Admirals, they also, adding on to what I said earlier in the video, the Admirals would have just gone into the New World and taken it over and put it under the control of the world government. They don't do that because the Navy can't get past all four Yonko without suffering severe casualties. Or even, possibly not even surviving the battle. Because if they started attacking the New World, then two Yonko may team up. If they had attacked the New World, Whitebeard and Shanks may have been like, "Hey, you want to go completely obliterate the Navy and the world government?" Shanks would have been like, "Sure." Wiped out. Done. Their death would have been guaranteed. The world government can only handle one Yonko at a time. The Admirals, even all three together, could not take on two Yonkos at once, in my opinion. I believe it is one of those things where three Admirals versus one Yonko, the Admirals would probably win, and the Yonko would probably lose. But two Yonko versus three Admirals, the Admiral would die. Domination. They would not survive that. In my opinion. I know it doesn't really make too much sense, because they're outnumbered, but that's just my personal opinion. I also think it depends on what Yonko you're talking about. I also just want to bring up and remind everybody that the reason Doflamingo, in my opinion, had the courage to attack Fujitora was because of his status as one of the Shichibukai, or one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Just think about it for a minute. Fujitora can't directly attack Doflamingo because of the rules the world government and navy has set up. So, he was just like, all Fujitora can do is defend himself. He can't fight me and arrest me. He can't do that. So that is why it is. If you remember, Doflamingo was not as willing to fight Aokiji as he was to fight Fujitora. Aokiji is an admiral. Well, former admiral. He has the power of an admiral. He just doesn't work for the government anymore because he left after a fight with Akainu. But from what I saw, he appeared to be a lot less willing to fight Aokiji than he was to fight Fujitora. He was even talking about taking care of Fujitora. Okay? Good. I just wanted to make sure that was clarified before I continued. I also just wanted to tell you that in my opinion, Fujitora was holding back a lot in his fight with Sabo. I don't know how much, but I think it was a decent amount. Not saying Sabo is weak by any means. Sabo is incredibly powerful, and in my opinion, a lot stronger than Luffy is. Normally, I believe Luffy is somewhere near Sabo's level in Gear Force, but Gear Force doesn't make much of a difference until Luffy can learn to last in it longer, because let's all be honest, 3 or 4 minutes isn't enough time to end a fight, and he won't always have outside help from all these Coliseum fighters and stuff. But I just wanted to point out that Sabo vs. Fujitora is not a good example of the power of the Admirals, because I believe they were holding back tremendously. During the war Babette, it took all 3 Admirals to stop one of Whitebeard's attacks. Now, I do not think this means, I'm going to clarify, this does not mean 3 Admirals equals a Yonko. I saw Anime Fan Talk said that. In his Sabo to Yonko level theory video thing. That I completely disagree with, and may have to do my own How Strong a Sabo video. But that's beside the point. 3 Admirals, in my opinion, does definitely not equal 1 Yonko. I've already gone over that. I just wanted to make sure it was clear that I knew about this theme. Also, I feel like Whitebeard's fighting style, considering he was just throwing an earthquake at them, according to my memory of the scene, he had used an earthquake on Marineford, and they stopped it with hockey by raising up their hands. Well, they're stopping an earthquake with their bare hands, and it's very possible that none of them are skilled enough in hockey to stop an earthquake thrown at them by Whitebeard alone. It could not be about power. It could just be about how powerful an earthquake is. So to end this video, I would like to say, in my opinion, Yonko are stronger than Admirals. Overall. Now, that does not mean every single Yonko can walk into the war Babette and tell them to stop the war and they're gonna stop. But I do think, in general, in every single situation, if one Admiral have a one-on-one fight with a Yonko, they would lose. That is my personal opinion. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents into the Yonko versus Admiral debate. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more videos. And tell me your thoughts and opinion. And who do you think is stronger, the Admirals or the Yonko, in the comment section down below, and why. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a nice day.